What's going on, guys? Spencer Clays here, and today we're going to talk about a $300 roof clean versus a $600 roof clean. Let's get it. All right, guys, so a lot of questions about the different types of roof cleaning. Obviously I call this a roof clean versus the other one's going to be a roof wash. I'm going to kind of dive into that, a little bit of soft washing, how-tos, how to clean the roof. But so right off the bat, guys, this is a standard roof clean. This is a $300 level. This is also a customer that I've done before, so sometimes this roof is a bit steeper. So if I was doing this to start off, it might have been $400, but I've done these guys in the past. So a typical recurring roof cleaning is be around $275 or $300 depending on the steepness. Obviously this one is a little bit steep, so using the rope to be safe, just getting the gutters cleaned out, getting all the debris off the roof. That's really the main thing, because we have so many trees up here. They're dropping all the needles, leaves and stuff, clogging up the gutters. So getting all those gutters cleaned out, making sure they're flowing, making sure the downspouts are working as they should, because gutters keep water away from your house, away from the foundation. They serve a crucial role, so we want to make sure they're cleaned out typically every year or so. Some people get them cleaned out twice a year, some people I clean every 2 years. Really just depends on how many trees. So really right here, another thing that's interesting to point out is this roof is pretty steep, so we're not bagging and bucketing the debris. We're just blowing it out kind of willy-nilly. This is a decision you kind of got to make on the fly. Here, it's just, I don't want to spend time picking it up by hand when I can just deal with it on the ground, because when it's steeper, I just kind of want to get off the roof, get everything off, and then kind of worry about it later. So that's kind of my thought process on that. Don't spend too much time on it. This roof clean I think took me about an hour or two. So for my roof cleaning pricing, bare minimum is $200 for a gutter clean, but I almost always upsell an extra $100 to do the roof and gutter clean. So yeah, typically 1 to 2 hours at most. And then from there, that's kind of the base. So anything after that, if there's moss or if it's really steep, it's going to take longer. Every extra hour is at least another $100. So this could have been $400 or $500 depending on the roof. And then we're going to talk about the soft washing next, the whole treatment. Here we're just using laundry detergent. It's a basic powder. We want to raise the alkalinity of the roof. It's going to kill the moss, make sure the moss doesn't come back. Works fine. You can also use zinc and such as well, but the powder is nice because it's cheaper, quicker, and easier. And because a lot of the times, it's really up to the homeowner. What do they want to spend? That's the main part of the price. So I'll give them the two options. Hey, if you guys want to soft wash this, it'd be $500 to $700 or whatever, or just to do the powder, $300, $400, $500. Really just kind of depends on how long it's going to take me. Still looks great. It's going to rinse down. Next, we're going to start on this soft wash for this roof. Start is very similar as the other one, really getting off all the debris, getting off the moss. This one had a little bit more moss, so this one was $500 or $600. This was the same day too, so we did $800 or $900 this day. Got Jonah out here to help me. Really, just getting off the moss is the biggest price point, because moss is a lot harder to deal with. You can't really see it. It's a little bit harder, but obviously you guys have seen some of my bigger roofs where there's just caked ton of moss on it. So moss is a huge factor, because typically that every extra hour is at least an extra $100 or $200. So this one, like I said, $500 or $600, but we've done some for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a roof clean. So really just depends on the moss, how steep it is. There's a lot of different factors. So I guess the best advice I could give you guys is charge whatever feels right. Your mental thermostat is going to go up as you do more and more jobs, because obviously when you start out, once you get that first job, you're like, shoot, I just made $200 today, this is awesome. But then it comes to oh, I only made $200, I need to make $300, $400, $500, $600, and then eventually 1,000 plus per day is kind of what you're going to be chasing. So chase that feeling. It should be, yes, I got another job. And another point is, you should be happy if they say yes or if they say no. So it's a really fine line about that price point. You should be happy if obviously you book the job, yes, I'm gonna do this for $600, $700, $800. But if they say no, you're that was a lot of work anyways. Kind of play around with that own line in your head, because obviously you're in a different city, different state. I don't know where you're at, or even what job you're doing. You could be doing car detailing. It doesn't really matter. You need to charge what feels right, and that's just going to change over time. Simple fact, simple supply and demand. As you get better, as there's less of you, or once you start hiring people, prices is going to change. So next, we're getting ready to soft wash here too. A lot of questions about that, about sodium hypochlorite and stuff. So basically, guys, if I was to sum it up, it's going to be kind of the same as pricing. Do what feels right, do what looks right. So spraying bleach, that's what we're doing here. Sodium hypochlorite. Typically for a roof, I like to do 2 or 3% sodium hypochlorite. So if you're buying it from the store, right now I'm buying it at 12.5%. So typically 5 to 6 gallons fills up my 26-gallon tank. But sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you can see it's just the mixture is not hot enough. That's the technical term. You say it's not hot enough. It doesn't have enough bleach in it. So you just add more. And then I learned this lesson pretty recently, because I bought a whole bunch of bleach, and then it was bad bleach. It was a bad batch. So I had to go out, buy more bleach. And so I wasn't really able to do like a calculator. I wasn't really able to see, oh yeah, this is exactly 2%. This is exactly 3%. So do it. You'll see it's working. You'll know exactly like when the moss is dead, all that sort of stuff. So that's really all there is to it. Hope this video helped, guys. There's a lot to roof cleaning, but really it's not that hard. You know, do a little bit of research. Let me know if you guys got any questions. Let's get after it. Make some money. Let's go.
Thanks for tuning in to the Spencer Clay Show. That's all for now. See you in the next episode. Peace.